Hello, everyone. Welcome to the It Doesn't Matter podcast. And we've got myself, John, and we've got...
The Dominican Dream, baby. This is Papi Platino.
There he is. And we've got...
I am the notorious one. I am Dom. Boom.
All right, we are live from the Horsepower Cigar Lounge here in Montville, Connecticut. So we'd like to give a special shout out to you thank you for hosting us tonight. So thank you very much. We're glad to have all of you joining us here this evening, and we're here to discuss a classic professional wrestling pay-per-view that we've all seen maybe once or twice in our lives, Wrestlemania III from the World Wrestling Federation. So Dom, what do we got going on with Wrestlemania III?
All right, we're going to take it back to March of 1987. I wasn't even born yet, but this is a classic show. It's the much-watched show right here. And everybody know this show right here had one of the greatest matches of all time. It had the Macho Man Randy Savage going against Ricky The Dragon Steamboat for the Intercontinental title. And in your main event, you have the Immortal Hulk Hogan taking on the Giant, Andre the Giant, that is, for the World Heavyweight Championship. Hulk Hogan, he was undefeated, or Hulk Hogan was the champion for 3 years, and Andre was undefeated for 15 years. So it was time. We're going to find out what happens a little later on tonight when we watch the show live.
Holding the crowd in suspense. They're here to watch pro wrestling, and we're talking pro wrestling. But that's what we do. That's what a podcast is. We talk pro wrestling all the time, every single week. We have multiple podcasts. It Doesn't Matter podcast itself is all about reviewing classic pro wrestling pay-per-views, shows, and events. We have a new show called The Rundown, and that features topics of current pro wrestling topics and main events. But again, we're here to talk about WrestleMania 3. Dom.
Yeah, so WrestleMania 3 kicks off in the Pontiac Silverdome.
Silverdome.
In the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. And Vince McMahon kicked off the show announcing Aretha Franklin was going to sing America the Beautiful. Put a little soul into it. But at this time, WrestleMania 1 took place in Madison Square Garden. WrestleMania 2 took place in 3 different venues, so Chicago, LA, and back in MSG.
Yep.
But WrestleMania 3, Vince wanted to break the record, and this is the reason why we have WrestleMania what it is now. WrestleMania is your Super Bowl. WrestleMania is your Game 7. It's the big fight feel. Everything that happens big is going to be at WrestleMania.
The Rumble in the Jungle.
There you go.
Actually, yeah, speaking of that, we heard that Muhammad Ali is going to the WWE Hall of Fame, so that probably was an inspiration for that. Dom, what was the attendance record for that? That made it so grand?
93,173 people.
Jeez.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so we got Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse the Body Ventura as your ring announcer, or your commentators. So our first match of the night for WrestleMania 3, we have the Can-Am Express, which is Rick Martel and Tom Zink. If everybody knows who Rick Martel is later on in his career, he was the model. He had the arrogance. And then he went against Cowboy Bob Orton and Don Morocco. And if everybody knows who Cowboy Bob Orton is, everybody knows his son is one of the greatest things in wrestling right now.
Yes.
The legend killer, the Viper, Randy Orton. So this match right here, this is the 80s right here. So you have your baby face, which is your good guys, and you got your heels, which is your bad guys. And seeing the Can-Am, they were your teen heartthrobs right here. There was these handsome young guys, and they were going against these grizzled old veterans, basically. That's what it basically was. And then the fans loved them. At this time, everybody loved the good guys. And basically, this was a short match, and the Can-Am got the win, and that's how they kicked off the show.
Nice.
High energy from the Can-Am Connection.
So what's the next match after that?
The next match after this, we have Battle of the Bulls, Battle of the Full Nelson. We have Hercules Hernandez going against the Killer,
Killer?
Billy Jack Haynes.
Oh.
Billy Jack Haynes been in the news this past couple weeks.
Too soon.
Yes.
Yeah, a little too soon.
Hey, it is what it is. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's just
But
enjoy
these
a
two
nice
guys,
cigar.
these are what Vince McMahon wanted in wrestlers back then. Big, chiseled, steroided up guys. And they let it have it. They went back and forth. And Hercules tried to put Billy Jack in the full Nelson. He broke out. Clothesline. And then Billy Jack Haynes had him in the full Nelson outside and got himself disqualified. Basically, it was a short match, just like the first one. But this match, we had a little bit of blood. And Hercules took his chains from the Roman empires, knocked out Billy Jack Haynes. This man was busted open. That was a lot of blood for back in the 80s.
Yeah, back in the 80s, they weren't doing a lot of blood in their matches. Maybe in the NWA, where you would see that with Ric Flair and all the matches he'd have for the WW, well, not that W, the WCW eventually title, and then, but WWF wasn't doing blood. It was more into the kids and trying to sell to the younger crowd, which actually was great if you think about it, because if you're trying to advertise to the kid, who's going to buy them? The parents. The parents are going to bring the kids. Instead of 1 or 2 people coming in, you're getting 3, 4, 5. That's marketing genius.
Did they have pay-per-view back in the 80s?
That's something called closed circuit, which I am not exactly sure what that means or what that is, but I guess it would just be a form of pay-per-view live not at home, because some homes just weren't capable of such vivid technology, so you'd have to go out to a movie theater and they would show you the wrestling pay-per-view. They kind of do that now. They used to do it with the All Elite Wrestling pay-per-views at your local Dave & Buster's or Hooters or whatever, those kind of things, those kind of tawdry establishments. And we're at an establishment that's not tawdry at all. It's the Horsepower Cigar Lounge here in Montville, Connecticut. But, I want to talk about Hercules Hernandez, because this guy was always questionable to me. This guy's supposed to be Hercules, the strongest guy in the world, right?
Yeah.
He didn't look like it.
No.
I mean, the Warlord looked more like a Hercules than Hercules Hernandez did. And I'm not sure if he's one of the guys that, had an unfortunate, 80s wrestler lifestyle early death in the 1990s. But hopefully he did have a nice long life. The son of Zeus, at all. But Hercules was always a curious character to me. And this match here, Hercules Hernandez and
Billy Jack Haynes.
Billy Jack Haynes, where the hell this guy is. You'll never see him in the news again, maybe.
Recently? Oh.
I put money on it. But this guy, actually when I watched Wrestlemania 3 for the first time, I saw Billy Jack Haynes. I was like, what happened to this guy? This guy is fantastic. He's well built, he's strong, and I'd give him the Hercules gimmick. And I just wondered where he went, and he would just flounder. He would disappear from the WWF after a couple of months, and there's his notoriety, being at Wrestlemania 3 that one time.
Hercules lasted a while because he was in WrestleMania 5 and 6, I want to say. I'm not sure what happened to WrestleMania 4, but I know he was in there for a minute. But I don't know why he didn't get the rub. Like, he had the look, he had the physique and whatnot, but maybe because it was Hulk Hogan.
Was he 6'5" at the time, or like 6? Because he always, Vince always had to have that guy had to be at least 6'6" or 300 plus at that time. And
maybe because he didn't have a tan. Who knows?
He looks like Eugene. That's what he looks like to me.
That's what I thought.
Our special friend, Eugene.
So, John, what do you think about this match?
I mean, it had that clunky finish, but it was a battle of the, it was always a fun when you have a finisher versus finisher feud, like our friend Big Dumbass Psycho Sid Vicious versus Big Van Vader in the Master of the Power Bomb match. So you have this one. Who would be the master of the full Nelson? Would it be Billy Jack Haynes or Hercules Hernandez? Well, they decided to do a classic 80s finish, meaning they didn't have one. It was just the count out? Yeah. So
Double count out. A finisher that Curtis Axel would use to his success years later. Curtis Axel, Mr. Perfect's son, against Triple H on a Monday Night Raw. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about it, too. All right. Well, our next match, we have a 6-man tag. And this featured, you can't say it now, but it was some midgets in this match. It was King Kong Bundy and Little Tokyo and Lord Little Brook going against Hillbilly Jim, Little Beaver, and Haiti Kid.
Why I gotta put the word little in front of it? What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
What does that indicate? What does it mean when they say, hey, Big John? I was like, what does that mean? I don't know what it means. It means nothing to me. Like, this match meant nothing to me. I skipped it. I didn't want to watch this match.
It's a waste of times, and basically what's the name? Lil Beaver was kept pestering.
Excuse me?
What?
Lil Beaver kept pestering King Kong Bundy the whole time.
Little Beaver kept getting petted, yes.
And Bundy said, I'm going to squash you. So this dude kept messing with him. Bundy, he body slammed him.
Oh, boy.
King Kong Bundy's like, what, 6'5"? Little Beaver's what, 3'2"?
3'2", yeah. Jesus.
That's a long drop for the short match.
Sounds mathematically impossible.
Yeah, and then Bundy got pissed off, and he dropped the elbow. And then after this, they got disqualified, and all the little people, all the little midgets, they ran over and tried to protect Lil Beaver.
Yes, we're all gonna protect the beaver.
You ever see roaches scatter? That was the finish of the match here with Little Beaver, Little Tokyo, Little Okinawa, Little Beijing, and Little Hanoi. And all these little guys, they just spread like wildfire, like fire ants across the desert Sahara. Anyway.
You know, it's ridiculous. Back in the 80s, they had, like, we don't think about it now. Well, now we think about it, but there's a lot of stereotypes, you know.
Oh.
Little Beaver, you got little Indian dudes, and you got a junkyard dog.
But hey, if they are a stereotype, at least I can identify them if I only saw them one time.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, nice to meet you. Who was that guy? Oh, that was the little Indian. Okay, great. That's wonderful. That's fantastic.
I wouldn't stereotype Littlebrook, whatever his name is.
What is?
I thought he was from, with the name Lord, you'd think he's from, like, England or whatever. Nah, he looked like...
Where is he from?
I have no idea. I didn't Google.
Romania?
You had to guess. So his stereotype wasn't very good, was it?
No.
No.
Okay. Where's the... Oh, Little Tokyo was a samurai guy.
So this match was nothing special. So if you guys ever want to go back to go watch WrestleMania 3, skip this match.
Yeah, skip
Waste
that.
of time.
Yeah.
But our next match, we have the King, handsome Harley Race, going against the Junkyard Dog. I don't know if you guys remember Harley Race, but former NWA champion for the National Wrestling Alliance, feuded with the Von Erichs, feuded with the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo!
Woo! That's
you go.
right. That's right. This guy, he was the truth back in the 70s and early 80s, but this time in late 87 or early 87, he was in the Harley Race from 1987 or from 77, 10 years ago.
He wasn't the prime Harley
People
race.
get old, Dom.
Yeah.
I don't know. He looked old. Even back in 77. He was probably like 20 years old. But anyways, like...
That's how you age gracefully.
I think we
Hey,
talked
you look
about
the
this.
same.
He was like 42, wasn't he?
Hey, you don't age that much, bro.
Harley Race had Fabulous Moolah in his corner at the time, and she looked old as hell. And she was like... she looked like she was 60 years old, 60, 70 years old at this time.
She
in
was.
87. I don't know. But anyways, Harley Race, he tried to get the headbutt off on JYD, and he looked stupid doing it. He kept missing all the time, and Dog just dogged him out.
Yes.
Dog gun dog, man.
Yeah, dog gonna do what a dog
Dog
gonna do.
fight King World out there.
But this was another short match where the Junkyard Dog, he got distracted from Bobby the Brain Heenan, and then the King won with a belly-to-belly. But there was a stipulation to this match. If the Junkyard Dog lost this match, he would have to bow.
To the King.
Bow to the King. Well, he lost the match. He bowed to the King, and then the King celebrated like he won the World Series, and the King got crowned with a steel chair by the Junkyard Dog. After that, the dog put the robe on with what kings usually wear, and that was it. Short work. What do you think about that match?
What a reward for the Junkyard Dog. I mean, King Harley Race. I mean, this was a. They were making fun of this guy because Harley Race was one of those guys, one of the toughest guys in the '70s pro wrestling scene. So they're like, if you think you're so serious and bad, we're gonna make you a silly caricature known as the King. And that's what it was for. But later on in his career, Harley Race would decide to turn the tables, if you will, and really respond positively to the King gimmick. He'd even mention it in his Hall of Fame speech at the 2004 Hall of Fame over WrestleMania 20 weekend. But this match, this is Harley Race is older, and Junkyard Dog, his heyday was even a couple of years earlier than that. Yep. And so it's just two guys living off their name value, and what better place to do that than at a WrestleMania?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So basically, we had, what is our 4th match so far?
Yeah.
And I think like every single match has been 10 minutes or under.
Not much to speak of.
No.
They've been speeding it up. So our next match, we have a tag team match. We have the Rougeau brothers of Ray Rougeau and Jacques Rougeau. If you guys know who that is, that's the Mountie later on in his career. And he went against Brutus Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine. Guys, what do you think about Brutus Beefcake at this time back in the 80s?
I did not understand the whole gimmick. Since when does a freaking barber have freaking hedge clippers?
I don't know. I think he was a Chippendale. Because man had like the bow tie around his neck, had holes in his tights, and you could just see through and everything. I don't know.
He was.
He's one of them dancers.
Yeah.
No, not at all. You know, we were children back then. We don't remember what our haircut people looked like. That's what they looked like back then. This is a historical document, WrestleMania III. Okay? This is what they look like. Barbers.
That's what a barber looked like back in the 80s?
I didn't say in what neighborhood. But yeah, you know, Big Brother Brutai would change his gimmick many times over the year. One of my favorites being the Booty Man in WCW. Man, you talk about you can't explain the gimmick of what the barber looked like. What the hell is the Booty Man?
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah,
What's a Zodiac?
It's a calendar of some sort. It's a murder in San Francisco that remains unsolved. I think,
Or
so it seems.
Everybody said Brutus Beefcake's best character was that he was Hulk Hogan's weed man. Carried the weed for Hulk Hogan. So
That is quite a gimmick.
That's the best job in the world.
exactly. So if Hogan had a job, Brutus, you had a job.
Yeah.
All right, so back to this match.
No, please, no.
No. Continue, Don. What else did he do?
So
He,
Brutus
he probably
Beefcake-
held the camera for Hogan's sex tape. But anyway, that's another story.
Yeah. That was vivid.
Homeboy never heard of a tripod. Or maybe he did.
Strutting and cutting, baby. Strutting and cutting. All right, so back to this match. We have another top tag team going against the Dream Team, who was successful at WrestleMania 2. I can't tell you who they beat last year or the year before. But basically, it was a short match again, and the Rougeaus won because Brutus Beefcake, he messed up, accidentally took out Greg the Hammer Valentine with a double axe handle, and these dudes got the win. Or, no, the Dream Team got the win because of interference because of Dino Bravo. The man,
yes.
if you guys remember Dino Bravo back in the day. And this dude, he was pissed off that they won by controversy. Like, they're celebrating that they won the match, and he's like, why? Why you got to do it like that? Like, you try to cheat to get the win. What difference does it make? You still won regardless.
Yeah. Like they say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win.
That's it. John, what do you think about that match?
It was trash.
Yeah, for the beginning of WrestleMania, yeah, like probably like the first 45 minutes was pretty much trash.
You know, people want to go back to the classic days of professional wrestling. This is what you want to go back to? This is what you want to watch? Apparently. So there we go. We're like we are right now, literally. We are right now. We are waiting, salivating for the main events because the undercard is just there. It's just an excuse for fans to go to the souvenir stand and the concession stand, get a drink, get a shirt, get a foam finger,
Get a cigar.
Get a cigar from a place known as Horsepower Cigar Lounge here in Montville, Connecticut.
So our next match, I know everybody's familiar with the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
This is his retirement match. He went against the adorable Adrian Adonis in a hair versus hair match. So whoever loses this match, gotta get their hair cut. Another short match, but it was very entertaining. Guys, check this out. You can go on YouTube. It may be like a 4 or 5 minute match. And you know how Hot Rod used to come out with the kilts?
Yes.
It had the belt on there. Well, he took the belt off and he started whipping Adrian with the belt. So it was pretty cool at that time. And he dogged out Adrian Adonis. He dogged out the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart was Adrian Adonis' manager. And due to controversy, Jimmy Hart grabbed Roddy Piper's leg. And Adrian Adonis put Roddy Piper in the sleeper hold. And this is Roddy's last match. And the fans are getting upset. They thought he was going to lose this match.
Yep.
But he's in a sleeper hold. You know, back in the day, the refs would throw your hands up 1, 2, and your hand dropped that third time. You lose the match.
Yes.
Well, you never see that. You never see that in wrestling.
Not-
But his hand dropped for the second time, and Adrian Adonis just started cheering like he won the match. So Brutus Beefcake came out of nowhere and tried to like revive Roddy Piper. So Roddy Piper basically hulked up, put Adrian Adonis in the sleeper hold. He won the match. There you go. So after that, they grabbed some hedge trimmers, the shears, which you never see Brutus Beefcake cut hair with that. So he got the clippers, and Brutus start shaving the adorable Adrian Adonis blonde streaks. And that was it. My man was shaved. They laughing at him. Piper held up the mirror. Adonis swung at the mirror. He was pissed off. You'd be pissed off somebody shave your head and then got patches and scalps and all that stuff like that, too.
That's why I wear a hat, so, I got to get rid of that patch behind me.
But this was an entertaining match, and it was a good farewell for Roddy Piper. I think at this time he was going to do movies at this time, right?
He didn't do They Live just yet.
I'm not sure what year They Live came out, but yeah, it's one of the movies.
I still haven't seen that.
Have you guys seen the movie They Live? With Roddy Piper back in the day? When he put the sunglasses on and he see aliens or whatever?
Yeah, something about I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm on a lot of bubble gum right now.
There you go.
That's all I remember. I got it wrong. But, huh? Really?
I never seen Duke Nukem. Did you see Duke Nukem?
No, I know that. I know that's from Duke Nukem. I thought he stole that from Duke Nukem.
Yeah, he stole it from Duke Nukem.
Oh, shit. See?
What,
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah.
The video game. He stole that line from video game.
Didn't Duke Nukem come out like, what, 93, 94, something like that?
No, it came out before that.
Really?
Yeah, it's an old computer game. You were able to like mod it through and do certain things with it.
I didn't have Macintosh back in the day. I didn't have that. Only time I used the computer was in school, and you got to put the floppy disk back in the day. That's my computer technology right there. Now we got the AV guy. We got John. John can tell you all about that.
That's all the game was. It came in a floppy disk.
I bet Duke Nukem was based on, the Cuban Missile Crisis or something in the 60s. That's how far back that game goes. Duke Nukem. We're in this war. I don't know.
So, John, what do you think about this match?
I think that you didn't think there'd be a JFK reference on this podcast. No, this is Roddy Piper's, swan song into his Hollywood career. And just think, 2 years earlier, he was part of that epic main event of WrestleMania 1, with Paul Orndorff and Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. And, he was the number one hated heel. And here, 2 years later, he's like the most popular babyface, and he's leaving. And, watching the wrestling video cassettes that at the Flash rental store across the street from my house, they only had WrestleManias 5, 6, 7, 8, and I knew that Roddy Piper had this retirement match, and I watched the other WrestleManias. I'm like, he came back. He didn't leave. He was back. He had Piper's Pit with Mr. Downey. Robert what the hell?
No, Morton Downey.
Morton Downey.
Morton Downey.
Ah, fuck him. Iron Man. Roddy Piper had an interview with Iron Man. So, but no, it was cool to see. Kind of like if you put yourself in that mode in that time frame, then it's like this is Roddy Piper's farewell, and he went out as a super popular face, and it was nice to see. They had that false finish with him being knocked out at the 2 count, but came back and sent the crowd sitting happy with her shaving Adrian Adonis's head.
So this is probably our first good match so far at WrestleMania 3. And the next match was pretty good, too. Our next match is another 6-man tag match. You have the Hart Foundation of Bret the Hitman Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart with Jimmy Hart in their corner, no relation. And they had this dastardly referee who got suspended for lifetime plus 10 years, Danny Davis. And they went against the Hart's brother-in-law, the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, the Dynamite Kid, and Tito Santana.
Arriba.
There you go. And Danny Davis, he used to screw all the top guys over and over. So that's why they was pissed off about Danny Davis. So when they finally had the chance to get him in this match, even before the match started, Tito Santana came out wilding out, drop kicking, forearming, like who said that? Bobby the Brain Heenan said, "Was that the flying burrito or something like that?"
No, that was Jesse the Body.
Jesse Body Ventura said, "Flying burrito on the cross right now."
I really thought that was the finisher's name.
He had me convinced. The way he was just saying it. Hey, let him throw that flying burrito. It's like, oh, let's not say that now.
So Danny Davis, being the heel that
The
he
heart
is,
wants what it wants.
he sat on the ring apron waiting for the tag when the dude, the Dynamite Kid, kept getting beat up the whole time.
Yep.
And then when he finally got beat up, he get the tag in, he'll come in, he'll smile, do a few kicks, and tag right back out. Like, he know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's a good worker.
So the finish of the match was the Hart Foundation went to slingshot Danny Doring in the Danny.
God damn it, Dom.
Danny Doring, Danny Davis into the
You
ring.
owe everybody a drink next time you do that.
Danny Doring's ECW.
The rated R superstar, Danny Doring.
Danny Davis got slingshot into the ring by the Hart Foundation. The Dynamite Kid put his knees up, and then all hell broke loose. All 6 guys got into the ring. They started brawling out. Jimmy Hart tried to interfere. And if you guys know, back in the day, Jimmy Hart used to have that megaphone. Woo. Danny Davis brought the megaphone. He cracked the British Bulldog, and he got the win. The heels won. Another good match.
Yeah. Very underrated, man. The Hart Foundation, especially that era. In my opinion, even though we were little kids, that was probably my favorite tag team growing up.
With the Harts?
Yeah.
They were heel at the time.
It don't matter.
You wasn't watching them in '87 because you wasn't born.
I'm talking about going back. You know we do a lot of research.
We watch a lot of old TV. You know, watch a lot of old commercials featuring Bosco chocolate syrup. You remember that one? It's just like yesterday.
All right, so these 2 matches had the crowd hot right now, so you need a buffer match. So our next match is the Natural Butch Reed going against Coco Beware. Oh. And if you didn't know what the B stood for, Jesse Ventura said I meant buckwheat.
Oh my God.
They had a lot of racial jokes back in the 80s that you can't get away with now. Like, you will get caught up. Yeah, you'll get canceled. And this match, it was a dud.
That's because things keep getting recorded all the time and streamed all the time. Man, you kids and your technology. How old am I? Okay. It doesn't matter.
Shoot, kids today don't even know about cable box. Back in the day, you used to have the cable box go from what, 2 to what, 45, 47, something like that.
Hey,
little red cable box.
I want to play Nintendo. Turn to channel 4.
Channel 3, channel 4,
It
whatever.
doesn't matter.
They don't know about the source button. They don't know about the source that we had, or what we had to do back in the day.
I had my stepkid in my pickup, and I have the tape deck. He's like, "What does that do?" I'm like,
Shoot.
What's wrong with you?
You know, we were not allowed to play Duck Hunt because it broke the TV allegedly. Pew pew pew. You guys can't play it anymore. Come on.
I was a VHS guy, but I used to run the tapes out. The tape come out the VCR, next thing the film came out, whatever. It's crazy. Kids don't know about today. All you have to do is go on YouTube or Peacock, and you can find what you need.
You know, I knew I'd have a future in audio visual as a career when I was fiddling with those VHS tapes. Oh no, the film cut in the back. Unscrew all the little screws, put a little piece of white clear tape together. Boom, it's fixed. You just won't be able to see that part of Terminator 2 ever again until it's on Blu-ray, that is. Not like so many details must be true.
So basically this match was a squash. Butch Reed won the match with a crossbody, or Coco hit the crossbody and Butch rolled him over, held his tights, 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
So that's how you simmer the crowd down. But now we're about to get into our watch along.
Ooh.
And we're going to see one of the greatest matches of all time, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah.
Taking on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. While the matches is playing, we're going to do our commentary.
Yeet.
What'd you say?
There he is. What the?
Hey, what happened?
If you guys didn't know, Macho Man never wore the same outfit twice.
Yes.
This man had so many robes and outfits and whatnot.
The local dry cleaner did not like him as a customer because he never came in. He didn't clean nothing.
I got him.
So we're watching on Peacock. We got a commercial right now, but I'm going to ask the fans a few questions. You guys were all wrestling fans back in the day at some point. Who were you guys growing up? Like, who would you guys like when you guys were growing up? The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Baby.
His son's fighting at Wrestlemania 40 in Philadelphia in a few weeks. He's going to try and finish the story against the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Who else we got? Chief J. Strongbow. John got to give you some facts about him. Was he really Indian?
No.
All right, then.
I think Lord Littlebrook was more Indian than Chief J. Strongbow was. Shoot. Chief J. Strongbow is the most Italian man I've ever seen.
Working the gimmick.
Working the gimmick. All right, we're back.
Killer Kowalski. That's Triple H. No, yeah, is that Triple H's mentor, right?
Yeah, he
That's right.
helped train him.
He had the best bowl cut in all of pro wrestling. All right, so we're here at the Silver Dome, and the Macho Man Randy Savage accompanied by Miss Elizabeth in that funky little golf cart-shaped ring as they're being brought to the ring, the squared circle itself. Look at that. Nighttime has fallen over Pontiac Silverdome. It looks beautiful, looks gorgeous. So do the Macho Man, and so do Miss Elizabeth.
Now, that's how you make an entrance. You come out in a little mini ring. You have your wife at that time come out, matching you, and yeah, that's how you do it. They got the fedorettes to open up the ring.
The Federates.
Jesus.
That's what it was. You know, Vince liked his women.
He likes them.
Tall and blonde. Oh.
Front, back, side to side. There he is, Intercontinental Champion. That guy.
Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah.
That's right. Everybody loves Macho Man. Including these two guys with Macho Man shirts.
The 80s was filled with a lot of tassels and a lot of hairspray.
And coke. Cocaina.
Too much.
All right. So this is the champion coming out first. Why? But, you know. Woo!
All right, we see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with Mean Gene Okerlund.
I was convinced he was my uncle growing up. You're laughing way too hard at that. I don't like it. I don't like it. So you ever, because he had a feud where, I think Macho, made him unable to speak. And if you got to find these promos, and he's like trying to learn how to speak again, he's like, oh, yeah. Future Jey Uso right here.
Oh, boy.
So I'm not really sure what his original theme music was supposed to be, because I just don't know what it was. Because you got the dubbed, network version, and
Sometimes back in the day, a lot of these guys didn't have their own music.
he had something. He had like a
George
series.
Animal Steel right there.
Everybody's gym teacher,
Yep.
George Steele.
Yeah, I've never seen him wrestle. Like, how was he as a wrestler? You guys ever see him wrestle?
Smelly.
Was he, every time I know, like, he just like bit off the turnbuckle and
Yeah, that's
kind of
all I
all over the
remember.
place. That's it.
Macho Man had to beat him and win Elizabeth back at one point.
I, just,
He stole Miss Elizabeth.
I remember he stole him, but I never seen the match. I gotta check that out.
Because women were property in the 80s. What a time to be alive.
God.
There's Uncle Ricky. Look at that.
Now, he wasn't using the Dragon moniker just yet. It was just Ricky Steamboat.
Honestly, I don't think he used the Dragon until when he went back to WCW after this, or NWA after this.
Because I remember when he came back, he used the fire breathing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
I was like-
okay. I was off.
They're calling him the Red Dragon right there.
Just making sure.
Have you ever had, WrestleMania on Nintendo, the very first WrestleMania on Nintendo? This is the exact model of the game they used. The ring apron skirt that did not exactly stretch the entire length of the ring. How cheap that was.
If you guys get WWE 2K24 right now, you can recreate this match, relive it. 40th anniversary for WrestleMania.
All right, now.
So, fun fact, Macho Man didn't like to call his matches in the ring. So, backstage, he went over, had a yellow notepad, 1 through whatever number it was, and you're going to do it as is. Macho Man was precise, and this is why He's one of the greatest of all time. This is why this is one of the best matches of all time.
You know, it took them about a few months to get that match down, right? Because they were just adding and taking away from certain matches from live shows or all the pay-per-views or whatever they had. So Macho's like, this was good. Get rid of this. Add that.
I mean, that's what you consider to be a great match. If it was written down word for word and executed, that is one way to look at it. Other wrestlers prefer to look at it as just call it in the ring. You know, go off the feel of the crowd. You know, what if something doesn't work?
That's true.
But fortunately, everything in this match pretty much does work.
So Macho Man is the Intercontinental Champion at this time. The Intercontinental Champion was your working man belt right there. That's the one that will steal the show night in and night out. And then the guy, Hulk Hogan, who is your World Heavyweight Champion, that's the ones that will fill your seats. That'll put the butts in the seats. And this match happened to overshadow, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. And we'll see that a little bit later.
Yeah, I remember Macho Man always had a little rivalry that with Hogan to steal the shows all the time. You may be the one bringing in the customers, but I'm going to be the one they remember.
Thank you again, Horsepower. I'm smoking this Dragon Cigar right now, 2024. Check it out. It's a good smoke.
This is really good, man.
I mean, this kind of thing where we're talking about this match stealing the show over the main event would be a theme to WrestleMania over the years. There'd be many matches that would overshadow the actual main event of the WrestleMania show. One of the best examples is WrestleMania 18 with the Rock and The Rock and Hulk Hogan overshadowing the main event of Chris Jericho and Triple H. So that would happen there.
Hollywood Hogan for all y'all NWO fans.
Oh my God! Look at this. Someone waxed that. There you go.
Nice elbow.
Little Judas effect. You see that shirt that the referee, Earl Hebner is wearing? I think it has a pocket right in front. And during house show matches, Hulk Hogan would try to, pop the referee, make him react in a non-kayfabe manner, because Hogan would be in the sleeper hold, and he'd be like trying to reach at the referee, and he would just like rip the pocket off the referee, fucking him up, making him buy a new T-shirt. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's good heel work, man, right there.
That's good hair work there, brother.
No conditioner.
That's good. Every time he lies down to sleep, he shreds his bed sheets.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, now that he's going back to the neck area where he caused him to lose his voice.
Macho Man is so precise. Like everything he do, it's spot on.
Well, he wanted to make sure everything he did made sense. It wasn't just something to just throw away. Something just led to something else. And Miss Elizabeth, wow.
I think it's 2 bottles of hairspray there. Look how loose those ropes are. That's why the Ultimate Warrior shook them all the time. Or maybe he had a nervous tick. We're not really sure.
So basically the ropes are a wire, and they just wrap it up in tape. That's all it is.
Yeah, but I believe this time WWF was using actual rope at the time. They weren't using cables like other promotions.
Real rope. What was the mistake there? What did Macho make a mistake on there? Ricky the Dragon's capitalizing on. I don't remember either. All right, cool. I never remember. As many matches I've seen in pro wrestling over the years in all sorts, shapes, and sizes, I still see there's magic I don't see and I don't understand. It just happens.
Yeah, it's like there's certain things that they do where they can just hide that they're calling it.
If he kicked him in the stomach, why is he walking like that? Like, it makes no sense.
That's probably why Macho's like, you dummy.
There we go.
Now we're getting into the nitty gritty.
Pulling that hair, Macho.
How the hell do you remember this sequence and flawlessly? I just don't understand.
Oh, they probably had a bunch of dark matches before leading up to this.
Yeah, they didn't have TV at that time, really, so they probably just practiced and made it happen.
So this is like NXT.
Ricky Steamboat skinning the cat.
What a terrible term.
I don't know why they call it that, but that's what he did.
There you go, dragging back outside. Oh my God.
What do I do? What do I do?
Flip the razor around.
Go against the grain. Not with it.
You know what's really messed up is that I think they were probably, Macho and Elizabeth were married at this time in real life. And by the time they got married on TV, that's when they were headed toward divorce.
That's sad.
That's terrible. I remember that SummerSlam. SummerSlam 91, the match made in heaven, I guess. And it came in a special paper VHS box at Blockbuster. And on the cover of this wrestling VHS was a picture of the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth all decked out in white. It's like I'm watching a wrestling pay-per-view. Or this is the cover of, the Knot wedding magazine or something.
That when the Cobra came out, the wedding cake or the present or something like
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times in wrestling back in the day.
Yeah, backstage that night, Mach made sure that Jake got bit by the snake first.
Macho Man gonna ruin his knees for life.
Yep. Bong.
Donk.
Being a fan for so long, I never understood that move. Like, that move does not look devastating whatsoever.
The double axe?
The double axe handle.
Really?
All right, let me stand on top of this table, and I'll do it to you and see how it feels.
Give me a hamburger first. No.
Yeah, I know.
Like the abdominal stretch, you have the opponent in the abdominal stretch, and you reach out to the rope behind you to get more leverage, and you yank it, you're like, I got more on you. If you try that in real life, it doesn't do anything.
Another double axe.
As a child, you're very flexible, so we practice all these wrestling moves on each other, like the sharpshooter and Boston Crab and things like that, and I would think, this doesn't hurt. Like, okay, so wrestling's not real, fine. But, as you get older, your back does hurt, and you see that sharpshooter, you're like, oh my God, I would die if someone put me in the sharpshooter. Special.
Bullet Berman. The good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Suplex.
Savage working on the back, just hit him with that suplex.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart technique. If you're gonna go for the elbow, you want to make sure he can't get up, so that way when you drop it, he can't use his body to kick out. Then rake in the eye is even better. Smart. You won't see it coming.
Ooh, I like that. Look at that gut wrench suplex. All power there. Like I said, renting all the WrestleMania videos, there's no better commentator team than, Gorilla Monsoon and his partner, whether it was Jesse Ventura or Bobby the Brain Heenan. Just tremendous stuff from Gorilla.
I believe. Yeah, I definitely agree.
Hanging from the rafters. Well, go save them. They need help. Up and over, down he goes. Steamboat's out of shape. He's huffing and puffing. Come on, Uncle. Come on, Oos.
Uncle.
Earl had their, I think, was that Earl or Dave?
That's Earl.
Yeah.
That's Dave.
Is it Dave?
Uh-oh. Yeah, Dave used to ref back before Earl.
Glad you guys aren't on the board of directors at WWF.
Dave was a little chunkier than Earl, so that's how I knew.
Oh, he got the bigger checks for the longest time.
Ooh. Never mind the double axe. How about the single chop? That was devastating back in the 80s. They weren't aware of Kung Fu yet.
How the hell did Dave see that from that angle?
Referees see everything all the time.
Can't say you can't call it.
Look at that. Oh, yeah. He's chopping. Chopping.
What was the Dragon's finisher back then? Just a flying crossbody?
I think it was a flying crossbody.
So simple.
George looking at him like he's a turnbuckle.
Like he's tomorrow's lunch. No, Macho's got to have something up his sleeve. Nope. Pull his tights down.
This match has so many false finishes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you really thought that was a finish? This one, too?
Wow.
Near falls.
A lot of pinfalls, a lot of near falls.
There we go. Because you might just get it. Oh, jackknife cover.
You can tell Ricky's determined to win this match, win that title.
It really looks like he wants to win, Cotton. Inside cradle, no. They call me Mr. Small Package. Wait a minute. Here he goes again.
That slingshot, yeah.
Wow, you don't see the slingshot anymore. You really don't. Like, all these 80s moves, some of them you don't see.
He boxed the ears again.
Hey,
Oh.
Savage a little dizzy, try to take out the ref.
Oh.
Wow. This match just, it had you almost on the edge of your seat.
Do any of you guys remember this match? No? My man on the corner knows.
Massimeno.
He excited.
He's into it like it's live.
So as a fan growing up, back when we had blockbusters and movie stores, my first WrestleMania I seen, I watched repeatedly was Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 6.
Yes, that was my first one. That I
Warrior was
remember.
that guy, that crazy guy.
Dave Hebner spatchcocked on the canvas.
Uh-oh, Macho's up,
Uh-oh.
dropping the elbow.
Photo finish.
Oh,
Signature moment.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's do it in the Dragon's language. Each knee, son.
Dave Hebner's out. Steamboat's out. Savage trying to wake him up. He don't know what to do. Okay, I got something for you. Why you gotta do him like that?
Affirmation.
Savage got the ring bell from the timekeeper. Goes up to the top. Well, about to go to the top rope. George Steele.
There's a bear in the ring.
Oh man.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Uh-oh. What a cheat. All right, well, my Steamboat's still out. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh.
Wow.
And Steamboat wins with a cradle.
Hell yeah.
Man, they are gassed.
This match wasn't even that long, but it was just such a good match. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, you're into it.
He brings great honor to my family.
So after this, Randy Savage became one of the top baby faces.
That's what happens.
And WrestleMania 4, he had his time to shine. He won the title. WrestleMania 5, he turned heel again, and he fought Hulk Hogan. So after this, Ricky Steamboat left WWF, and he became a father. So he didn't come back to the F. He went back to WCW, and he had some classics with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
What the hell is George doing?
And George don't know what he's doing.
He's like, he's humping the ring apron.
Yes, yes.
So this is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's epic Intercontinental Championship win. Go ahead, name the title defense.
I
The
can't.
person to beat Ricky Steamboat for that title was the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh boy.
The greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Until the ring handing around Gunther. Yeah, Steamboat wanted to take some time off to, spend time with his family, and he got it, but then he also left the WWF, and he had to drop the title. Arguably, the next top popular superstar in the WWF then. So it's a shame that he left, and when he came back to the WWF in 91, 92, they put a gimmick on him, and he spit fire. I mean, people said it was cool, but it's like, come on, this is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He's not a cartoon character, please.
No.
He's my uncle. All right. And the spotlight dim. Do you know what I love about this WrestleMania 3? Is like there's a big ad for Marlboro cigarettes up in the balcony. Big reds, baby. Feel the burn.
You guys remember Alice Cooper?
Of course they do.
Only when school's out.
Peacock got a commercial. But yeah, he's in Jake the Snake's corner for this next match.
And that's okay. All right, so watching that match back just as we did, what do we think about the match? Having watched it perhaps one more time.
Still one of the greatest. Well, it don't need to be a long match to be a good match. And it was pretty good.
For that time, yeah, they were doing things that they weren't normally doing at that time. Normally, it'd just be like slow, just one move here, rest spot for 5 minutes. Here you go. All right, Hulk up, doing 2, 3. That was pretty much the MO. But this just had you hyped. This had you thinking, all right, there's something different that we can see over here.
And a little glimpse to modern day pro wrestling. Light years ahead of Macho. And the Dragon.
And the steamer.
And the steamer. Give me some clams. All right.
All right, so we see Mean Gene Okerlund with Jake the Snake Roberts and Alice Cooper.
No, that's his wife.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
I can do what I want. It's the It Doesn't Matter podcast. Live from the Horsepower Cigar Lounge in Montville, Connecticut. Oh, my goodness.
Jeez.
The guitar didn't even crack. They show a video of Honky Tonk Man laying out Jake the Snake.
Must be made of balsa wood.
Jeez.
Cheese and crackers.
In the 80s, the year of the mullet. Decade of the mullet.
His wife is so into this. It's amazing. All right, Mrs. Roberts, what do you have to say?
The DDT spells the end, just like this marriage. Oh, man. Just looking at setup, it's just nuts how many people they could fit in one friggin' area.
93,000, you know.
If the Titantron didn't work back then, I would not want to be in the building. Like, nah, I'm not paying to sit rooftop just to be in the building for something I could barely see.
I think this is taking place inside the Hindenburg. What's my name?
It's poison.
The Federettes. We will get you, Vince, someday.
Jake the Snake was so cool. Like, nope. After he knocked you out with the DDT, he would bring out Damien and just put them all over you. It was a good time back in the day. There was a lot of animals back in the 80s for some reason. You had Matilda, the dog, for the Bulldogs.
So, what?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, look at Honky Tonk Man.
All right, looking so good.
Hey, Elvis stole his song.
And he stole my chops.
And he still looks like that.
That's crazy.
That's right. I mean, if you're young with a double chin, you'll be old with a double chin.
Do y'all remember his song from WrestleMania 6? A honka honka honky love.
Sounds like a bubble gum.
And the Colonel, Jimmy Hart.
Oh, my goodness.
Colonel Jimmy Hart.
So my dad wasn't a wrestling fan, but he loved Honky Tonk Man because he just used to crack people over the head with the guitar.
Really?
That's it.
I have concerns about Papa Williams.
Yeah, what's going on? He has some bad times. Look at him shucking and jiving.
It's misappropriating.
I've never seen this man play the guitar in my life.
Why would you?
Because, you know, that's his gimmick. He's a musician.
That's for the dark matches, you know.
Oh, yeah. See, he was, you know, when he was originally conceived of as a character in the pro wrestling, Vince McMahon thought he was going to be a huge babyface. Kind of like he thought The Miz was going to be a huge babyface. Boy, was he wrong both times.
Look at Jake getting right to business.
That's right. He's going to knock out Honky Tonk Man and then whip out his snake.
Hey.
Pause.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
that was a description you gave earlier.
Yeah, Dom.
Tell me when I'm telling lies. Wrestling's an allegory for life. So don't get knocked out. Someone will whip out a snake on you.
An albino wanted that.
Not this one.
Puppies, JR, with their pink little noses, their round faces. Oh my goodness. That's a thin pad right there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know why Alice Cooper's in Jake's corner. Like, what are you doing here? I know you got the celebrities here and whatnot,
Yeah,
but
he's a cool
you're not doing
guy.
that. Any Alice Cooper fans? Like, was he hot back in '87? Nope.
Yeah.
Sure. Take it to the modern time. What wrestler would come out with some, you know, famous musician right now? Who would that be? I don't know any. Honky Tonk, a big punch and kick kind of wrestler, as all wrestlers in the 80s were. Once again, looking at the legendary Jake the Snake Roberts, never holding any championship in the WWE.
2 Hall of Famers. Look at that bag move. Jake was going for the DDT. Honky realized what was going to happen. He rolled out the ring.
Oh, hell no. I ain't going to do that. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, like you said. Just punch and kick. Punch and kick.
punch and kick. Double X, the most vicious move in all of wrestling. Oh,
Oof. There you go.
watch out.
Boy, he oversold that one.
Almost went into the crowd with that.
Yeah. A little bit of that rock and roll.
That's how John's going to dance after this show's over.
Thank goodness. I'll only do that after everything's done and packed up.
That way there's no video evidence.
He's still doing that shit. Honky's version of the helicopter. How much do those front row seats cost?
$250.
A pack of smokes? Pack of Marlboros, perhaps?
No, in these day and age.
Well, yeah. Adjust for inflation. They were still $15 back then.
What Honky was doing the shake, rattle, and roll. What the hell was that?
It was the neck breaker.
Swinging
Still
neck
was?
breaker. But he'd do a little shuck and jive before he nailed it, though.
I've noticed a lot of guys at Memphis, they do that that one punch from the second rope. But Brett would do the elbow. That was the difference. Now, guys weren't stealing each other's moves just yet at this time, right?
Can't steal a punch or a kick. But no, they ain't steal any finishers at the time and whatnot. So, like the DDT, everybody know that was Jake the Snake's move right there. You're not doing the DDT. You're not doing the Savage elbow. You're not seeing like the Canadian Destroyer nowadays. Like back in the day, no. You protect that move.
Yes.
You didn't see no other guy back in the 80s and early 90s drop a leg drop. You didn't see that.
No. Wouldn't be as effective.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, they heard you, Don. They heard you. They're doing that double axe many times.
The double axe is the old school move, similar to the super kick.
Not even close.
Here he goes. He's doing that shake, rattle, and roll. Huh. Oh, nope. Right on the tuchus.
Wow, the 10 punch of doom.
What each? 1, 2.
The only one that does that now is Randy Orton.
Because he old.
He OG.
Yeah, you don't see that in.
That move I never got. I was like, it was, you know, he's
What the
the atomic drop or
atomic
the
drop? Yeah, that
inverted
move was
atomic
corny.
drop.
The inverted one, I understand.
I guess the idea is like he's supposed to be hitting your taint with his knee, and that's supposed to reverberate up the spine and make you walk funny. It's like, isn't that a legal move? You know, hitting the butt, the balls.
Apparently. No.
Platoon.
I won't do it again. I won't do it again, please. I never understood the whole back body, the backdrop. Like,
Jim Cornette.
I'm not about to throw you to the ropes and then just.
Jim Cornette thinks that's the most dangerous move in wrestling because you don't control how you land.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and it's like not much reward, you know, for the expense there. But it's flashy, you know, kind of like that style of the '80s, like that Hulk Hogan style. You want to play big and large to the furthest sitting fan in the audience, you know, very big and dramatic movement. But as technology advances, you know, you get cameras right in your face and lots of monitors and screens. You work more snug and you do more impressive things. Oh, he's gonna cheat code.
Yep. Honky Tonk Man cheated to win, holding the rope. And that is it. What do you guys think about this match?
You know, it's got a good pace to it. I mean, another funky finish because that's what they did at these shows. No one ever had a decisive win because you wanted to pay to see the decisive win at a local house show. You know, remember at TV tapings, you get paid like, you know, the equivalent modern day of like $20. Why? Because you were getting exposure, so you can make more money on the road at the live events.
Here we go. Alice Cooper's in the ring. Going toe-to-toe with the mouth of the South.
You can tell he's been working out at the children's gym.
Uh-oh. He pulled out the snake.
Here comes Damien.
That snake's at work.
Snake bigger than him.
It's like a honeymoon. I think Jake the Snake is the master of the full Nelson.
For real. You know what? As much as I'm a fan of pythons and whatnot, ain't no way in the world after a match you throwing a snake on me because you don't know how that thing's gonna act.
Nope.
A lot of pauses when Jake the Snake wrestles.
Yeah. Someone's hungry.
He's gonna throw it in the crowd.
Jake the Snake Roberts versus the Honky Tonk Man. Oh, the Honky Tonk Man.
The fans.
We did. It was over.
Probably later on that night.
Man, I'm not.
So they say back in the day, he used to play pranks on the guys in the locker room. Like, when guys are getting ready to shower, he'd just leave the snake inside the shower when he about to get inside.
That poor snake. You gotta see a naked grown ass man. Hey now, live his best life. Food, big man, walk in the shower.
Hey, you look like me. Why are you scaly?
Junkyard dog. What?
Again with this damn snake. Ugh. Yeah, don't play with no damn
You know,
snakes.
back in school, I used to trade action figures with the other classmates. And one kid wanted to trade me the Jake the Snake Hasbro action figure. And I was like, it better come with the fucking snake. Don't give me that shit without the snake.
You guys remember back in the day when Jake was feuding with Macho Man and the Cobra bit Macho Man in the arm?
Yeah,
I became so fascinated with that.
I know.
Like,
I thought you should be came so fast after watching that.
pause. Nah, Jake, I was a fan of Jake.
What about when Ravishing McGrew came out with Jake's wife on his pants?
Oh man, that was a time. Like you don't do that. You definitely don't do that.
Why does his wife have such a big nose? Oh, that's not.
that's the hammer.
Yo, that is so disrespectful. Imagine if you about to,
Don't.
the guy you're going against who was having beef with, and then he getting ready to square up with you, and you see your wife or your girlfriend, like his face or her face on your crotch. Like, yo, like. Well, I don't think Jake's with her anymore, so that's what happened.
You heard about the other story, but
I heard.
that's a different on a different show.
All right, so we see Howard Finkel out here. He's about to give everybody the attendance record of the 93,000.
93.
Spoiler alert.
Watched it so many times, I know this.
Was it 93,000?
Or me and Gene about to give the announcement.
It's a mirror match.
Who is the better announcer for the night?
Time to make the donuts.
They look identical. Are they twins?
Yeah, they
Minnesota Twins. Tutti Frutti.
Yeah, they said back in the day, Mean Gene was a ladies' man.
He also looks like a penguin.
The 80s, all about the stash.
The 2000s, it's all about the beards.
I love reading the day and time as well.
All right, so we got 2 more matches. And then we're going to have the main event shortly. Well, 1 more match, then the main event.
So like 3 matches left? Then?
1 more.
Yep.
All right.
So what's the next match coming up?
I believe it's,
it's a
Butch
what?
Reed.
Butch
I
Reed?
mean, not Butch Reed. The Killer Bees, excuse me.
Ah, the Killer Bees.
Matter of fact, go get a Killer Bees cigar
Hell
over
yeah.
there. Go enjoy one.
Special. Killer Bees cigar.
I bought one. You got the Killer Bees cigar.
Yeah, definitely recommend that. At the Horsepower Cigar Lounge.
Look at that, guys. No one on their cell phones in that crowd because they didn't exist.
Polaroids.
No Wi-Fi. No air conditioning in the cars, you know.
Probably no air conditioning in that building.
Oof. Well, he's sweating. He's like, God damn. That's still an amazing sight to me.
I mean, it is. It really is. But, you know, I don't know if you all, I was at WrestleMania with the over 100,000 announced attendance, you know, that broke the record, right? So it's like, I've been there.
The one in Texas?
Yeah. Cowboy Stadium.
Here comes Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Baba. Oh, I break you and humble you.
Here comes your history and social studies teacher.
And the Doctor of Style, Slick.
Looks like he got fondled by Jake the Snake Roberts moments ago.
You know, I always wondered that whole, whatever the hell he was, how the hell he did that. Hell no.
You can't do that.
No way. I know that. I think even Hogan tried it. He said, there's no way I could have done it.
Iran, #1. USA, #2. Ah, pooh.
Doctor of Style.
Everybody stand up. Nikolai Volkov about to sing the Russian national anthem.
He got sued for malpractice with Doctor of Style.
It's crazy to think that Sheik was actually one of those legit guys that you do not want to fuck with.
He's the toughest guy in the locker room, like Hardcore Holly.
Here comes Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh my God! I was like, Warrior's not here yet.
Hacksaw said if he hear that Russian national anthem again, he's gonna come out swinging. And there you go.
Jeez.
USA. Ho! He does look like the one who's in the hospital. Hey, Frankie, did I win? If you want to see these old veterans, go on Peacock and watch Legends House. They have Hacksaw Jim Duggan. They have Mean Gene Oakland, Howard Finkel, Roddy Piper, Tony Atlas, Mr. USA, all living under one house. Here comes the Killer Bees.
Who are the Killer
B.
Bees?
Brian Blair, and I don't know what the other guy's name is.
Oh, jeez.
Jumping Jim Brunzell and
B. Brian Berlin.
Iron Sheik loves B. Brian Blair. He's gonna make him humble for sure.
That's the one with the mullet and the stash, right?
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, you know, the soon-to-be gigolo Jimmy Del Rey.
Triple B's.
Can we get the special at the Triple B's? Is it on the TV? You know what? Go fuck yourself.
So what is Jim doing? He's just sitting there?
He's letting it work. Cover boy.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's just strutting like a model.
He's strutting and cutting.
USA proud. Ho!
I just want to know what rally he's attending.
Iron Sheik was in the main event, WrestleMania 1.
Was he?
He was not.
Well, he's in one of the main matches of WrestleMania 1. Those are the hottest boots ever. What she got on. Like, I want a pair of those joints. Wear them to work.
Might make somebody jealous you wear those.
Kick somebody at work.
Now, WWE was always famous for this, having two single guys and having them as a tag team because he didn't have anything to do with them.
Hey, do the Killer Bees got Nikes on their feet?
I just seen that,
Them
yeah.
joint- Are those Nikes?
Yeah,
Oh, those are clean right there. I
Yeah.
never peeped those. Look like they got the Jordan 1s on.
they are.
Oh, man, you about to crease them. It's crazy. Back in the 80s, there were so many tag teams. Nowadays, you got maybe like 6.
I told you,
It's a good amount for a WrestleMania match, if you ask me.
it's enough. Oh, Sheik did not want to take that. He said, "Ah, "Fuck this."
I'm not bumping today, Bubba.
No, just the size advantage was just. They would just should be destroying the bees.
No.
But the crowd is into it.
Yeah. Still hot.
Yo, it was straight good guys versus bad guys back in the day. Like, everybody wanted the good guy to win. So if they get beat up, the fans are gonna go crazy and trying to hype them up, whatnot. Like, you don't see that anymore. You don't see him. But only one that does that, like, who's old school right now, is like Randy Orton. Like, he will try to hype somebody up right now to get the next guy over.
Yes. Sheik no selling that punch. But that's how tag team's supposed to be. You cut off the ring in half. Just work on one partner. Oh,
Look at that. Trying to go for that top elbow. Now he's getting bit in the nipple.
that move, just the whole hand clap, just stop it.
The big box in the ear just discombobulates your equilibrium.
Everything was so believable back in the 80s. Like, you never seen a sign back in there say, "Don't try this at home." Like, you could do this, you'd be good. You'd be safe.
Yeah, okay.
So nowadays, like, nah, you ain't doing all these type of moves on me.
You know what? They also had in the 80s lawn darts. There you go, Churin. Have some of these lawn darts. Look at that. That's a jackhammer right there from Iron Sheik.
Oh, Lord.
Iranian whip.
Ooh.
Back in the day, you just wrestle. Like, once you get beat up, you just do anything just to, break free. And this man just did a running knee out of nowhere just to make the tag.
Hey,
Like, you don't see that nowadays.
I always love that too when they think they got their partner in and then the ref's like, I didn't see that. And then when the heels do it, it's like, oh, all right, keep it moving. It's like, what?
Less choreographed that way. Iron Sheik. Winner. No?
Come on. Come on, Jim. Get him. Get him.
Camel clutch time.
No.
Duggan's in the ring.
Tap circle. Oh,
Match over. Disqualification.
well, the 2x4 saved in the back. Whack. I'm glad he was able to withhold that the entire match until just then.
Yeah.
If I was the Killer Bees, I'm like, yo, why'd you just do that? It just cost me the match.
And
Well-
they're gonna lose anyway.
Could have tapped out, and so he's saving him the embarrassment of tapping out.
You basically make the Bees still credible. They didn't lose, but yet they didn't win either.
If you're not going to play by the rules, I'm going to whack you with this 2x4.
That was the most heelish move ever.
You know Hogan did that stuff too.
Yes.
Go ahead, chain it. USA, I see you over there, Shamrock.
It's a good cigar.
Are you guys enjoying the show so far? This is what we do. We are three friends, three different personalities, one love, professional wrestling.
That's how you read it, baby. got that memorized. So good. Let's see it again.
Yeah.
It's funny, instant replay wasn't how it is today. Like, you can't zoom in or nothing. It's like the actual footage that they had.
Whatever was printed on the cassette tape.
Now make sure you got an extra copy, because what if you lose the
No.
film?
If you want to preserve that VHS copy, you have to pull the tab off. If you wanted to record over that tape, you put a piece of tape over. All right. Andre Jericho Giant.
What'd he say?
Something in French.
He said, I drink wine tonight. 3 bottles.
Those don't sound like $4.99 margaritas at Chili's.
This is a big match right here. You see Bobby the Brain change his outfit?
Yeah, he borrowed it from the Honky Tonk Man.
But his best Victoria's Secret outfit.
Main event time, guys. The Immortal Hulk Hogan going against Andre the Giant.
Do we get a classic Hulk Hogan promo here? Oh, Jesus.
Look at that afro.
I'm looking at the lack of hair on Hogan. He's 31. These are the three
That's
biggest
Big John
dudes.
Stunner ring, if you guys didn't know who that was right there.
Seeing Hogan with a
Hogan all dressed up, probably singing from the Pile Driver album.
This is my friend. I think I saw that in the rack at Goodwill.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Why is he so mad with that shirt?
Wow, you see his shirt? A buckwheat?
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow.
Man, you know how much toner was used for that shirt?
And he just deboed him. Give me that shirt and your chain.
That's all it took. You ripped the shirt, ripped the chain off his neck.
Hogan, what do you say to this challenge?
You're gonna
Yes.
What do I? It's so stupid.
Hey,
Hey,
I was drunk when we.
am I?
Nope.
Okay.
That's just how you are.
I'm clumsy.
All right, Fergie.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he is hyped.
That's a good ass tan right there.
Wearing a thong on his head. I think he just drank a bottle of Prime.
So we almost didn't have Hulkamania. Hulk Hogan wrestled back in the day for Vince Sr. And he wanted to be a movie star, so he was in Rocky III. But after Vince Sr. went away, Jr. came in and said, I want you back. I want you to be the face of the World Wrestling Federation. So now we have the birth of Hulkamania, and 3 years later, Hogan is still running wild.
Yeah, because back in the day, they didn't have any wrestlers doing any movies at that time.
Not at the time.
They did not want to mix them, which is stupid. Another commercial.
Commercial on Peacock. So that was the Hulk Hogan promo backstage with Mean Gene Okerlund. On the way to the main event, the final match of the WrestleMania III show, and the final match we're going to talk over here on the It Doesn't Matter podcast. Do we have any other wrestling-themed cigars in that humidor there, Don?
Is there any any other wrestling themes cigars in that humidor?
I tried to write these down the other day, and Don was like, I'll just remember them.
What?
Yeah, I got it. It's right there.
Paul, come over here, man. Come sit with us for the main event. We'll ask you a few questions. We got the owner of Horsepower over here. Gonna get him over here in the main event.
You gotta unleash the holster, brother. What's up, Paul? There you go.
What's going on?
So
Hey.
John asked, are there any other cigars based off of wrestlers? Like, can you come up with a few to tell the people?
Yeah, not offhand, but there's got to be there's some small companies that make some small batch stuff that probably fit the bill, but nothing that pops in my mind.
Yeah, well, we were walking through the humidor the other day, and you just mentioned a random name, and I did my best to associate it with pro wrestling. So, we had one for...
So the chick with the spider web on her face, what was the name of that cigar?
You got the Leather Rose.
The Thunder Rosa.
Then you got the Punch Dragonfire.
Ricky Steamboat.
Dragonfire Steamboat, yeah.
Exactly.
The Wise Man.
Paul Heyman.
There you go.
So you can definitely play it up.
Yeah.
Knuckle
Ki-
sandwich.
Killer Bees, what you're smoking
Killer
over
Bees,
there, right?
yep.
Bees.
Them losers.
Yeah. In that match anyway, But they're not like the Belushi Killer Bees on SNL. I mean,
Oh man.
Got a lot of good
And then the
flavors
one
there.
you said for Hogan, for the Giant, was it the Lunatic?
Oh, my God.
yeah, you got the tree trunk, the 10 by 100 Lunatic. It's a monster. It's like a 6-hour smoke. 10-inch long cigar. It's a lot of smoking.
6 hours smoke. You better have an off day or be unemployed to take care of that one.
If we see you smoke that, we'll give you It Doesn't Matter podcast T-shirt.
That's a commitment right there.
But yeah,
All right, so coming down the ring, we see, what's her name? Mary Hart? That's her name?
Yeah. From Entertainment Tonight.
Look at that outfit.
Is
She didn't get it from Savage.
Is that Blanche from Golden Girls?
Nah.
Young Blanche.
Lance definitely bought her fucking Savage's clothes.
But the crazy thing about these shows back then, man, like, these were like the pay-per-view events. Like everyone was like, all right, who's going to watch it? Where are we going? Where are we going to watch these events at?
That's true.
Monster shows.
And they weren't doing them like only a handful of times throughout the year, so it's like, all right.
The Big Four. You had your Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and your SummerSlam.
And nowadays, you got matches all the time.
Every month.
Yeah, every month.
There's Hall of Famer Blackjack Lanza.
Is that Blackjack?
Oh wow. So she just made an appearance, got her payday, and said, all right, going back to my seat.
Back in the day, they used to focus on the celebrities. Nowadays, all right, sit in the crowd.
You got to give him credit, though. You got to bring in the casuals somehow.
Here comes the Giant.
On his reinforced float, probably.
Yeah, they had to.
I mean, what a character Bobby Heenan was. A guy, you just wanted to not like that guy, right?
Bobby Heenan was the greatest manager of all time. He's one of the greatest commentators of all time. And they said he was a wrestler, which he, I'll say this. Bobby Heenan is a great entertainer.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
All time.
I mean, those make the legendary superstars, the ones that, can be taken seriously, but also entertain more than anyone else. And that's Bobby Heenan to a T. Guys like Hogan and Savage. But where are the other guys that have half the package, Billy
Pause.
Jack Haynes.
Hey.
Billy Jack Haynes. He had the body, he had the physicality, but he didn't have much charisma.
But he had killer instinct in him.
Oh man.
You'll find out on the rundown.
Oh my. There he is, Andre.
So like I said earlier today, that the Giant was undefeated at this time for 15 years.
This is just larger than life. Guys like this is so hard to.
And this match had to happen because as he was getting older and he was getting bigger at the same time too, so he wouldn't be able to move like he used to.
Oh man.
That's a warm-up.
And this cigar right here wouldn't even be his thumb. It's barely even the nub.
Guess who's too special for the little WrestleMania cart?
Oh, there he is.
Hogan's too good to ride that mini ring.
That's
He's going
right.
to come out. He's going to hype up the crowd.
He's pointing to all the fans in the cheap seats.
Hogan was mad earlier because Andre ripped the shirt off for him. He had to put a new one on so he could rip it off himself. Extra anger in this match.
That's just so he can sell more T-shirts to get the money.
Yeah, I used to try to rip that shirt so many times. Like, yo, why don't I rip? Yeah, look how thin that shirt is.
Yeah. It makes sense now. It's like you already had that cut right there, so it's just.
Yeah, cheated. It's the fabric of his life.
Any Hulk Hogan fans in here? Yeah? What's your favorite Hulk Hogan match of all time?
I don't know. Remember that match?
Seriously. Hogan had the same match for over, 20 years. He'll start off hot. He'll get beat up. He'll Hulk up. Leg drop. Hogan must pose.
Some of those Hogan Sting matches were pretty awesome, man.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Those were great.
Yes.
Yeah.
St-
And you got Hogan versus Zeus. I mean, yeah.
Zeus.
That's a true Hollywood match right
Hogan
there.
versus Zeus. But if you guys watch WCW, it was Hogan versus Z Gangsta.
Yes.
If you guys don't know who Zeus is Debo from Friday.
And that's what Andre did to get this match. Give me your chain, boy.
Andre looks so bored right now.
Why am I here?
Like, hurry up, I want to go eat.
Someone give Hogan a candy bar. Uh-oh. False
Gotta
finish.
start early. Yep. 500 pounds to squash them.
3.
Oh, I won.
Imagine WrestleMania ended like that.
It's a Tyson fight, man. A Tyson fight.
Look at that. Oh, my back. My back.
Oh, brother. Oh.
See, the thing about wrestling, back in the day, they used to sell. They sell the body part. If you mess with somebody's back or knee, whatever, they sell it. Nowadays, they just get up like nothing and just keep on going. Hogan made it look like he was in a battle.
That means they're tougher nowadays. These guys are weak. Andre be clubbing him. Check his ID. He be clubbing. Hogan, up.
Stop wasting time.
Stop.
Hey. Don't grab my leg.
Oh, you ever get your forehead smashed on a thigh? Oof. Finish.
Andre doing the typical big man move.
Look at that.
Just toying with.
Oh, look at
Hulk
this cell.
Hogan.
Look at this cell right here. Ooh!
Guys, that's what King Kong Bundy did to Little Beaver earlier in that night.
Was that after hours?
I do that shit at the work cafeteria when I grab the last French fries. Ooh! I'll give you that, Don. The selling right there by Mr. Hogan there. His body's already numb. That's why he didn't sell it as much. Oh, no.
That's a lot of weight to stepping on
That's
you.
a Siamese massage right there. The news lately down the block on Route 32. Anyway,
Oh, man.
moving on. I'll have the number A5 with the soda, and that's it. Oh Jesus!
Atomic Wedgie. Nice.
He's just trying to make sure he didn't make a mess. Are we clean? Are we clean?
That's why he stopped rocking white. Go
he's
to
got-
the yellow.
He's got the mixed shorts on.
Andre's gassed.
Come on, Hogan. Move.
Walked into the turnbuckle. That's right, Gorilla.
Yes.
Dude, Andre's gas, but the size of that dude.
This was
a lot
Andre
of
going
energy.
downhill. Like he couldn't do it. Like he wasn't mobile like he was before. So
Oh, man,
you got to do the typical big man moves.
But he can still put butts in seats, man.
He's gonna put his
Not
butt
his,
into Hogan.
not
in a
his
second.
butt. Man, you just take up 2 seats,
3.
if that.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
The move we didn't need to see.
Ooh. There goes your oxygen.
He calls that the rear view. He's looking in his hand. There ain't nothing there, man. Nothing can help you there.
That's Gorilla's kid, right there.
Joey Morella, yep.
Just crazy how small Hogan looks. He's like 6'7" himself.
Yeah, he's like 300 pounds right here. So
He's a beast.
It's crazy.
Oh, man. He escaped.
Oh, it's on.
Punch.
Hope spot.
Oh, let's do it again.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Come on, hit him with a double axe. That's the most dangerous move right now. There. Oh.
The slap.
Andre's like, let's get this over with. You don't even see this anymore nowadays.
It's crazy. You would think that Bobby would be more involved in this match.
Oh, is he gonna do it now? No. Oh.
Yeah, he needed that rope.
Crushed his dreams.
One of the highlights for me of all these older matches, though, is Jesse Ventura making the noise in the background. That guy was awesome.
Yeah. He's very underrated. Just probably misunderstood too.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think he's rated appropriately. He's a very good announcer. That's it. He's rated fine.
Had the great one-liners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
There's that Bruno Sammartino bear hug. I mean, I just don't like this move. It's too...
Well, yeah, when someone like those guys with similar sizes, well, not that similar, but it doesn't show that the effect is as.
It makes me want something I'm trying to suppress.
I hug you to sleep.
Yes, in those words.
The match been going on for like 4 minutes, and Hogan's sweating profusely.
Yeah, hey, like you said, no air conditioner.
So there's humidity in Florida. They're in Michigan. Plenty of humidity there. Hogan.
And it's crazy. Something like this was so simple to do, but this is what got butts in seats. That's what sold the match.
Hogan. This right here is the photo that they used to hype up WrestleMania IV, the rematch.
So at this time, WWF, Andre wasn't slammed by anybody.
In WWF, no, but he has been slammed multiple times from Hogan. I remember I seen a video on one of Hogan's unreleased DVDs that Hogan slammed him at Shea Stadium.
Yeah, that was way back in the day.
Way back in the day, yeah. So.
With the blue tights, right? Yeah.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. For most people, you could just pick a certain point in time, and there you're like, this is when I know stuff. This is the beginning of when I start to know things. And for most people, including myself, I started at WrestleMania 1. Like, my knowledge of wrestling can go up to WrestleMania 1. Anything before that, no promises, no guarantees. It never happened. So Hogan slamming Andre at Shea Stadium in whatever color tights he was wearing, that never happened officially.
Uh-oh. He's about to Hulk up. He's about to Hulk up. Here we go. Motorboat.
Boosh. And another right.
Those are concussive shots.
And another one. And another one. Ah! Ah!
He's spamming him.
I
Yes.
love how the announcer's like slightly ahead of the swing. He's like, another one. And then the fist goes.
Damn it, my hand.
There's one note Hogan.
Let me get momentum. Oh, damn it. One more time.
Yeah, exactly. Brick walk move.
This one's got to work.
Third time's a charm.
Ah!
Psych.
Oof.
Oh, and he's out of the ring.
I think Andre is trying to get him in the face, but his leg can't go that high.
Nah.
Not this late in the match, anyway.
No.
Way too tired for that.
And
This is when the match changes right here.
Andre's thinking about go getting the old 96er after this. Get some energy back.
Oh, that was a bad camera angle.
Yeah,
They just missed the headbutt.
They didn't want to show that.
Kevin Dunn Sr.
Was it senior at that time?
The world will never know. They don't do credits after the pay-per-view like WCW did. Exposing the business. All right.
All aboard?
Don't do it. No.
That's asking it. Oh!
That was the softest backdrop ever, and Hogan. Oh my God, Hogan like he's in excruciating pain right now.
Either that or you're just confused.
I've gone into bed harder than that.
He's not even trying.
Are we done yet, boss?
Here we go.
He knocked the big man off his feet.
Look at Bobby. Look at Bobby.
Bobby, get your big ass up. Get up.
See, now's the point. Hogan's got enough sweat rolling. He's just glistening for the cameras. That's when the big moment happens.
Yes.
Love that Hogan sweat.
He's all get up.
He really needs that Snickers bar.
Here we go.
Yeah.
He just slammed the big man, 500 pounds.
Oh boy, Atomic.
Here's the leg drop.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3. Hulk Hogan is your champion. Now it's time to pose.
Oh, yeah.
It's all that Andre didn't try.
That was a fast count.
It was.
As soon as he put one arm over him, 1, 2, 3.
Let's get to the hotel.
Up until that night, brother, I wasn't sure if Hogan was Andre was gonna put me over, man.
Slam. Leg drop.
Hulk Hogan is still your champion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Made those deals with the devil. He'll cash in years later.
So after this, the feud continues because they worked their way all the way to WrestleMania 4, and that's when the $1 Million Man came in and he paid Andre the Giant to take the title, and Andre gave the title to Hulk Hogan later on that year.
That's right.
No, Andre gave the belt to.
$1 Million Man.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
He got paid off.
Yeah.
So that's how WrestleMania 4 was a tournament.
Oh yeah, the double ref didn't happen just yet. So Dave and Earl.
I feel like that was a little later
No,
with the twins.
no, right. That was that night.
And twins.
John?
That'll happen the same night. The big event. You know, Hogan lost the title. And he's like, and then twins showed up. He must have had the plastic surgery, man. He's crying. Oh, man.
But this was epic Hogan right here. I mean, after the match is over, you got another 5 to 10 minutes solidly of posing and screaming at the crowd and getting everybody up and going.
This is what Hogan was all about. He's a people person. So
Oh, yeah.
there you go. There you go, Pink.
Do you hear better when you do that? I don't think it works that way.
Bobby the Brain Heenan had a good night, but he could have won the big match.
Why is Trunk so high?
There it is.
Hogan must pose. But guys, that's WrestleMania 3 right there.
What a show.
Abel, what do you think about WrestleMania 3?
Once you get to Macho Man, this is when the real WrestleMania starts. Like you said, there was a bunch of matches where you were kind of like, oh, what are we watching? Did I really waste my money? But once you got to that match with Mach, that's when you're like, all right, now I'm watching something. And then you get here, when you don't see Andre doing any maneuvers like that or even selling, all right, you sold me. So
Paul, what do you think about WrestleMania 3?
Nah, it's fun. I mean, it just brings back a lot of old school memories, you know. Like personally, I haven't watched this WrestleMania in a long time, so it was just fun seeing a lot of the old characters, you know, Jake the Snake and Honky Tonk. Macho Man's always exciting. I mean, in any of his personas, I guess, through the years.
which one was the best one for you, brother?
The cream rises to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, what do you think about this card right here? WrestleMania 3.
It's a 2-match card. I remember when I got the DVD for the first time, and it was free with a T-shirt purchase on Shop Zone. And watching the whole show, it's a relic of its time, you know, and it's a good fragment of time. If you just look at it as from the era it's in, that's what it is. This is what wrestling was in 1987, and that's fun to watch. You get to see things that you don't get to see nowadays, and for better or for worse. But yeah, it deserves its place as one of the most legendary shows in WWF pro wrestling history.
Definitely.
Definitely. Just like they said, this is a 2-card show if you want to watch. If you want to say another match, watch the Roddy Piper and the Adrian Adonis match. But this right here is the Hogan era, and Hogan dominated WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, 3, 4 he didn't win, but 5, 6, 7, 8
Not 9.
They threw
not
him back
10,
in 9. He won the
not
title
11.
in 9, and that's it. And then he came back and Wrestlemania 18 against the most electrifying man in all entertainment, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That was a good one right there. But Hulk Hogan had his time, and that was it. Hulk Hogan was Mr. WrestleMania for the decade.
He was the man of the decade
Yes.
of the 90s.
Yes, 80s and 90s. He had that locked down.
And it's crazy.
So, guys, we hope you guys enjoyed this show. And if Paul wants us back, we'll be back. We'll do it again.
If you guys want us back,
If you guys want us back, we'll be back. So,
That's not how you say it.
say it one more time. Ooh, yeah.
yeah.
That's it. Well, guys, thank you. Paul, thank you. Horsepower, thank you.
Thank you guys.
So, I am the Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here with the Dominican Dream, Poppy Platino over here. And we got the man behind the scenes, my man Strat Facts, John.
Funniest man in business, baby.
Yes, Ricky Steamboat's uncle. Or nephew, excuse me. nephew, excuse me. But until then, we will see you next time. Boom.